Alright, good morning, good evening. I am Mindmore. This is Factorio Spaceage. This is my second run. This is going to be episode 46, where we're almost done on Aquillow here. Almost done. Not done, of course. No, there's no such thing as ever as done. But, yeah, we're almost done here. I've got that ship running again. Which ship is it here? This one here. And it's now bringing in some concrete and some low-density structures, as well as I trimmed down everything else because I'm not really using stuff here. So I just brought, bringing in just the necessities here that we need to have in. So, yeah, it's just emptying out right now, so we'll give that a moment or so. And let's see, what else are we doing here? Oh, yeah, we're making the rocket ship. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to Factorio. It doesn't really matter which one I go to. And we're just going to grab this. So it can, we can put this over here. We're going to need probably 2 of these. Don't really want to put too many down because we're here in Factorio. And I don't know if that's going to be enough for that or if I'm going to have to redo these. No, I'm going to have to redo these. Okay, that's fine. So we'll just get rid of these for now. We'll respace these out. Alright, and then we'll just fill in the gaps here. And we will delete these. Grab this down here so that we can make a duplicate of it. I'm just going to grab this and put this here. Just makes life so much easier. So all we got to do now is we're just waiting on for this rocket to be built. Everything's coming down from the spaceship that we need. And then it's just going to build it. I had to build over here. I had to build a little lube facility over here. So it's just stealing a little bit of the heavy oil there. It's putting it into a machine, doing it into lube. This thing here is restricting it to only to 1K because we really don't need a lot of lube. I could probably turn that down to 500 too, but it doesn't really matter. And then they've got a little electric engine building up here. It's only making 5 of them. And that's really all that need because it's only for making this. So once we have 2 of these, I can destroy both of those, and I don't need them anymore. So yeah, we're just gonna get that done. Get that rolling. So we've got good production over here of the research. These things are running quite well. There's no issues. Why do I have so much junk in here? Just get rid of all this stuff. I don't know. I've been destroying and rebuilding stuff. That gives. We got 3K in here, which is nice. We'll be able to just take those and shove those back. I'm gonna eventually double all this so that we can make them faster. We have the resources and we have the power. I didn't show this, but I got this done offline. I expanded power over to here. I expanded an ice melter over here as well. And more water creation over here. Right? Every once in a while I have to come over here and delete some of the ammonia because it just builds up too fast for what we're using it for. So maybe once we, go down over here and we make these a little bit more, maybe that'll disappear faster. But right now I have to just go through and manually just go ahead and do a delete. I don't know another way of getting rid of it. But yeah, that's the way. Power-wise, we're buffing out about 219 megawatts right now. We're just, doing well. Heat's not a problem. We've got lots of rockets being made for rocket fuel. This is just coming over here, feeding these guys and heating them up with rockets. So we've got lots there. I can't think of really anything else, so I'm just going to let this putter along and do its thing. Once I know that everything here is functioning and the spaceships are running, we'll dedicate one of the spaceships to bringing resources back to Novice, And once that happens, then we'll move on to the Shattered Planet and start trying to get there and trying to see if we got a ship that can go there. I don't know if our ship will survive. Hoping it will, but we'll find out very soon. All right. So stand by, and I'll bring you back when we have a little bit more progress. All right. All right. So after a little bit of time, we now have science and a ship that have been fully made from Aquillow. We're just waiting for the last 1,000 to show up. And then at that point, there it is right there. All right. We now have 2,000. And we've now taken off from Aquillow. We're going to go to Novice first. We're going to drop off our stuff. And actually, we have to go to Novice first. And we have to actually request it. Where's our requesting area? Right here. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to make a new one of these. Put it there. We'll change this. And then here we will request science packs. We're going to press 2K. All right, and then we're going to go put this. Grab this. We're going to put this right here. And we're going to put that there. And we're going to grab this. And we're just going to go like, it doesn't really matter. I'm just using red here because it's convenient and it's what's already here. All right, so let's go back to our ship. All right, so we're doing pretty good. We have 2.8 thousand bullets, piercing rounds, and 2.5 thousand rockets. So we just got to get through things here. We're just going to wait for this to get here. We're going to go to Gleba first, because that's where, has to go through Gleba, or it has to go through Felgora. One of the two to get to Novice. And once we do this, we'll be able to have some new science now, finally. Okay. So we're about halfway to... what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and put this here. So that when it gets there, it can have another... Hey, I just built it. Interesting. I did not think we had enough to do that. Oh, it sent up a whole thing from there. Oh, well. I didn't think that actually sent it up. I was playing around with it before we got back on here, and I would just put one down, but I guess it figured it out and sent it up. Beforehand, I just wanted an extra tank here so that we have a little bit more thruster fuel sitting around in the old tank. Alright, we're almost at Gleba, so a lot of the big asteroids are starting to disappear, and it's just the medium-sized ones now, which we don't really have to worry about too much. Yeah, we're down to about 2K rockets, 2.1 thousand rockets, and 2.3 bullets, 2.3 thousand bullets, piercing rounds, whatever you really want to call them there. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I am going to pause the recording here. Let's let it, this is just a standard spaceship travels. Nothing's going to happen. We've got plenty of everything. We're good. So I'm going to pause, and when we get to Novice, I will bring you guys back. Hold on. All right, so we've made it here, where we've now dumped off our cargo, which is awesome. I'm going to get rid of a few little things here. That's sort of extras that we don't really need on the ship. All right, that should be good enough. Now let's go down to Novice. We should see them starting to come in here. There they are, right there. Nice. And they're going to go down over to here, and they're going to get put into our system. That's awesome. Okay. These are just the backups of everything we have here, so... everything here is going well. Got all those to remove anything that's sitting in there that shouldn't be. And you're all requesting from buffers. Perfect. All right. So we just need one more science. Once we get a little bit farther in, I'm gonna do a lot of grinding to get a good ship going that we could go get some stuff from the Shattered Planet. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but we're going to figure that out because we want to get that tech to do that. Yeah. Not sure, but it's going to happen. We're going to get there. So that's all doing that. Let's do the science ship. All right, it's all working well now. Good. Awesome. We just need to get rid of some of this ice that's here. We have way too much ice. Because nothing else is coming through. Everything is just being lost right now. So we need to... there we go. We'll get 10k cryogenic packs made. Nice. Alright, that should filter things through a little bit better. What does it say here we have for ice? We've got 400. A little too much. A little too much right now. But, one of those things, right? Slowly but surely this stuff will get used. We're getting lots of iron and copper. That's what I really want to be here. I want it to fill up these rows so that we have a backup of stuff. Once we get to Falgora here, I put in a wait condition so that it can't leave until these things are satisfied. Right, so I want to make sure that we have enough to get back to Aquillow without dying. Hopefully these will all click in a minute and we'll see what's actually there. We still got to slow down here. We're not totally there yet. I guess we are here, but we are slowly moving a little bit. How come none of these are showing any kind of in progress? I guess this has to be completely stopped, I guess. And pass. Yeah, see, that one's counting up, but these ones are not. It's really weird. I don't know why these circuits aren't showing as they should be. Because this is definitely not... I am showing this, right? And we are seeing them? Yeah. 2.5 and 1.8. Okay. And the thruster fuel, the thruster oxidizer. We're definitely seeing those down here. Yeah, I've got 200k of that and 225 of that, so it should have shown up. I'm surprised it hasn't picked this up. It's very weird. I don't know why. Not showing the circuit network. That's why. That had been clicked off. Okay, that's weird. All right, so now that this is here, this is going to do this stuff. I'm not going to make you guys wait for this because this could take hours to do, depending on what's in the area around us. So yeah, we're just going to wait for that to finish, and then we'll go back to Aquillow and we'll get some more stuff done. So I'm going to put you guys back on hold, so hold on. All right, so after a little bit of time, a little bit meaning, a couple hours probably have gone on my end. I don't know. I don't know how many hours have disappeared now. I ended up building this guy over here. This is for some of the little bits and bobs that we might need while we're here, instead of using the ship to keep transporting stuff. As well, I made some more power. All these across here, right? They're all powered by rocket fuel, and because we were so limited on rocket fuel with this tiny little build here, I kind of went a little crazy and made a giant build up here. So we've got 2, 4, 6. We got 8 oil refineries. We've got some storage for petroleum, light oil, and heavy oil. We've got a little bit of cracking over here. Goes back into light oil. I didn't do any cracking from light to petroleum yet. That's on my list to do. And then we've got the rocket fuel being made right here, running nice and fast. We've got 10K sitting in here, 10K worth of rocket fuel. So we've got plenty of rocket fuel and stuff sitting on the belt as well too. So we've got lots of that. We can power up everything. These are all doing the excess. So slowly but surely, they're coming right down to the bottom and heating up everything around here. So yeah, after getting all that done, I figured I'd bring you guys back. Everything is going nice and smooth. Only one issue that I have right now is that the ammonia keeps filling up. I believe I need that later for doing either foundations or quantum processors. One of the two. I think I need something for ammonia, so I'm not going to get rid of it all right now. Like every once in a while I'm going in here and I'm deleting some of the amount that's in the tanks. Like we've got lots of storage of it. Tons of it, actually. And we've got too much. But I'm not sure what else I need to do there. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to get, I feel like it's time now that we should probably go and do something instead of sitting around. So I'm going to go to the ship 3. We're going to grab this entire thing, right? We're going to go to ship 2 and we're going to paste that in. There's a few differences, but there's not a lot of differences, but there's enough differences, right? All right, and then that's going to go there. This has a bit of an issue. I couldn't place this here, so we're going to have to do this part manually here. So we'll give this a minute or so, and we'll do that. This has to delete up here, so I can put this. And now it's going to go there, because this was a constant backup on the other ships that I fixed myself. This is going to go here. We're going to go like this, like this, like this. Go like that. That, and go like that. And then that's going to fill that one up quite a bit. I'm just going to wait for these changes to happen. This did not show up here because stuff is in the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this part here, just down to here. And we're going to go over to the science ship, or no, was it this one? Yeah, this guy here. All right, and we're just going to go from here, we're just going to go up to there. And then if I go back to this ship here, you'll be able to just connect that in right there. Because we already have all the existing parts and pieces, so it should be fine. So we're just going to grab, and we're going to grab this too here so that we can make sure we have enough storage for these. And once we get to whatever the planet is we're going to right now, there's nothing assigned. We're going to the wrong planet. We're going back to Aquillow for some reason, and I don't know why. Oh, it took the... I did not mean to do that. It took everything here, so let's go to Gleba. We'll delete all of this stuff. Delete all of this. I didn't assume that it was actually going to work, but it did somehow. I didn't think it was going to copy the suggested pieces there, so I kind of forgot and made an oops. Oh yeah, it didn't do the top part either. Alright, so you go that way. You are going to go here. You'll have to just give me a moment. We've got lots of resources, so I'm okay with, you know, stuff this kind of thing. Okay. I can't really do much about this one. We can reassign this one to here, maybe. But, you know, it's going to leave the fact that we can't grab anything. But that's okay right now. We're almost back at Gleba, so that's all right. And then all this stuff will show up. I hope Gleba has the stuff that we need there. A couple turbo belts should be able to get it there. If not, we'll just go to Vulcanus. I know Vulcanus has all the stuff we need there. This here. Yeah, so we'll just put that there. I don't think there was much else I did. Oh, I did this for... Oh, for this. I need to change this one as well, too. I think it was the science ship I changed. Yes. Okay, so... Here... So that's just going to fill that up. We're at Gleba now, so we're stopped here. So we're going to start receiving some shipments. So these guys should all show up. I added one more of each, so that we have a little bit extra coming in. We are not making any of these right now because they're up. Oh yeah, here we go. Everything's coming in now. Nice. Only there's still more on the surface. There's only 18 on the surface. Okay, so we're not going to be doing that then. I guess probably the best thing to do is let's get ourselves over to Vulcanus. We'll delete that one. Vulcanus is even, yes, it's going to be farther away, but at least it'll have all the turbo belts that we need right now, because Gleba is apparently out of them. So, hopefully it's not too far. Going there, we still have... Yeah, we've got plenty of ammo. So we've got 2.8 thousand and 2.1 thousand. We're all right. So we're just going to let some of this disappear. Do that, empty that right out. We don't need any more of this right now. We're fine without it until we get there. I'm not too worried about that. Other than the fact that we're not going to be getting a bunch of these things in, but that's okay. All of this stuff will come in and start building up as soon as we get there, so... Alright, and then we're going to take this ship. This ship is going to be called Outer Solar System. Okay, so this is going to be the Outer Solar System. And... I'm going to have to find a way, excuse me, here to pull off the red stuff that's going to come. I believe it's red. We'll figure that out once it shows up, but it's going to be another ore that's going to come in that's going to be shot. And that's the stuff we need from the Shattered Planet. I may need to build, I don't know, more on the sides or more on the bottom or something like that later. Once we figure this out, because I've never actually done this part. But we're going to figure that out. And just give me a moment here. Hold on. All right, everything just showed up, and now it's filling everything in. Nice. Okay, so now it's filling all of these up. We're not short on copper, at least, which is nice. But we are short on this one here. Have to make sure that gets filled up real quick, because we're out of it for everything. The science ship, I believe I made a little thing over here. Let's grab that, go back to our solar system. Okay, so that's going to make sure that both sides of the belt are filled. Don't need that anymore. We can just get rid of that. That's going to fill up on both sides by itself, so I don't need to help that along at all. It's producing nicely. Okay. You to there. All right, we're just short on the module. Okay, well, we'll let that go. This is doing good. That's filling up that belt completely. That's full. Lots of stuff coming in. All being rerouted. Awesome. Okay, so that stuff's all good. Now, did I do anything up here on the science ship? Just that one there, but we don't have to do that. Okay. You're going back and you're starting to refill. You're looking all right. All right, so now that we've got that, we're going to let that guy fill up for the outer solar system. Needs a lot more of this, so we're going to have to give this quite a bit of time to set itself up. All the resources it needs. What we're going to do then is we're going to leave this episode here. Next time we come back, we're going to be taking this ship to the outer solar system. And maybe farther if it still survives. I don't know. We may have to completely redesign this and get rid of all the batteries and everything else, and either go for nuclear or for whatever that new one is that you get from Aquillow. What's that technology here with the quantum processors? You get some kind of where is it? This one, fusion reactor. So we may wait for that, and we're gonna have to probably get the rail guns too. Those are gonna be need to put on there, and yeah, there's still a lot to do. There's still a lot to get done. So yeah, we're gonna get that done, and we will come back next time. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me. It helps the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.